Appreciate that, Micaiah. And what an awesome DreamTrips Academy. Want to thank Jefferson, Attila, Micaiah for bringing the heat here today. And I just want to comment, Jefferson is a great example of someone who has truly lived the DreamTrips lifestyle, right? He's been on over 250 dream trips. So, that's more than most people that any of us will ever meet in our lifetime could say amount of trips they want. Like, I think I could survey my entire family through multiple generations, and they haven't all together been on 250 trips. So that's pretty crazy. And then Attila, he's been on over 100 trips himself with his family all over the world. I've heard and seen some of the pictures, heard some of the stories, seen some of the photos of the trips that he's been on. So it's just amazing to see that. I learned something new every time he gets on our portal. I want to just really also remind, all of our Dream Trip members to use Dream Trips on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Sometimes a dream trip is a dream trip, something you save up for. You're going to find that awesome bucket list trip in our Dream Trips portal, and you're going to maybe plan it with your family. But a lot of times members lose sight of the fact that you're traveling on the weekend, you're staying at a hotel for maybe something for your children's school, or maybe your children are in sports like my children were, and you're going to a dance recital or a baseball tournament. And you don't think about, I'll use my Dream Trips membership, but you absolutely should be thinking, I'll use my Dream Trips membership. I saved over $6,500 in 1 year on baseball tournaments for my son, just using our discount portal, staying at different hotels. It had nothing to do with going on an actual dream trip. It was outside of the Dream Trips family. I was just going to baseball tournaments. I love that Attila shows you the capacity of using that. Also, if you really need to budget a trip and you're trying to pack a lot of people for a low price, the portal has great deals. Like, I love the resort weeks. We now have over 700,000 timeshare weeks available under the resorts section of the online travel portal. And I love Rome, and I look there all the time. I always can find 1 week in Rome for less than $500 at some of our timeshare weeks. I've actually found up to 3-bedroom timeshares for $1,200 for a week. Imagine like splitting that with a family, or if you have a big extended family. And I love the timeshare week because a lot of them come with a kitchen or a partial kitchen. And so just get creative and think like that. And then I appreciate Micaiah. He's worked really himself tirelessly on this getting started right concept, and working with Jefferson Santos to help create this booklet. And Micaiah and I go way back, actually as far back as when Micaiah was only 18 years old and he was my neighbor here in California. We've been using a similar document really for 12 to 15 years probably. It's been that long that we've been using that similar document, because when someone's new, they don't need to know everything. They don't need to learn everything. They don't need to do everything. They only need to do what they need to do to get started. That's why we named it that. And so sometimes people are learning, they want to know how to go to the top rank, how to make the most money, how to grow the biggest travel community, but they don't sign up their first customer yet. And so that document is designed as a roadmap so that you go through the steps in order, and we try to give it in bite-sized pieces. Okay. That's why that document is very significant. So I really appreciate that, Micaiah. So I'm going to be fairly quick here today. I've got a new trip to launch, as many of some of our trips that we've been promoting have been filled to the maximum capacity. So we're going to launch some new trips on here today. In addition to that, I'm going to go right to the portal because I have a major upgrade to share with everybody. I know this is something we've been working on. We told you when we went to our new portal that we would be making an upgrade. Sometimes things take time. So hopefully by now you guys can see my screen. Micaiah, you can text me if you can't see my screen. But basically on the main page, when you click on Dream Trips, and I'll just do a refresh on Dream Trips here. Okay. What we have been waiting for is the ability for you to have more details on each trip. Okay. And so what we've done is we've been working on that in the background. My wife, Tammy, and the travel team have been working on the ability to put Dream Trips there in the background. Of course, now I think we might be working on it. You can see it kind of went away. So give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. There we go. Hold on 1 second. I have to do a refresh. Give me 1 second. So what we've been doing is we've been working on the ability, when you click on a dream trip or on a dream break, we've been working on the ability for you to be able to see the details And this is just part of us going to this enhanced platform. So at first, you could only see the trip itself, like you can see on your screen right now. And there was no details. You had to fill out a form, and then we would send you the details. Obviously, not exactly how we want it to work, but this is going to happen in stages, in phases. Jefferson had alluded to a while back, we're working on a travel app. That's not something that's going to come in the next couple of weeks. It takes time, but we're going to build the world's #1 travel app that you guys are going to be blown away by, right? So you're just here for the journey as you go through the enhancements. And so one of the enhancements that we've made, and I'm just going to like scroll through here. I saw a trip on here that I absolutely love, and I want to go on this. Okay. I've been on this trip before, but this Bohinj, Slovenia, I actually went on this exact trip. So now, starting today, you can actually now see the details. So I'm just going to click on Slovenia, and what it's going to do, it's going to go to a live document, and it's going to give you all of the details. If you click here to book, it's going to bring up a form for you to fill out specifically for this trip. And our customer service is going to answer that form and send you the booking link. Okay. But now you can scroll through, just like we had before, your itinerary, what's included, all the details, a little bit about the hotel, okay, additional information. And then at the bottom of the form, there's more detailed information on how much it is per person, whether it's double, single, triple, if we have a child's price, if it's pre and post nights. And once again, you can select right here to be able to book. So put some ones in the chat if you are excited about us finally bringing this feature. I know it's something that everybody has wanted. I'm going to go to another one here. This is one that a lot of people have wanted back up, and that's our tour of Jordan. I would love to go to Jordan someday, to Petra. But once again, as you can see, you click on Jordan, and now all the details of the trip, some pictures of some of the locations we're gonna visit, everything about the trip. And also, if you notice here, if this matches another trip, right? If you're already going all the way over to this part of the world, this connects to the Kenya trip. Okay. And it's a safari. So this is like a mega trip. If you want to go like a mega bucket list trip, go ahead and buy the Jordan trip and buy the Kenya safari. And we link them together for you. As you can see, all the details are here. You can see you going to Amman, Jordan here. You go to the city tour. We got Moses Springs and Little Petra, which is a very famous place. People love this. We got the Wadi Rum, and then you've got Dead Sea. And you can see here, this is going to be one of the nicest places there in this Hilton location. And then at the bottom, there'll be this chart from the bottom of every trip where you can add other people. You can add if there's children allowed on the trip, whether it's single, double. And then if you want to add pre and post nights. Okay. So I'm going to go scroll up very quickly there. As you can see, probably going to give you one more of these trips. Give me 1 second here. Let's see if it's on here yet. Yes, I have had an opportunity to go to these Christmas markets. So I'm going to click on the Berlin Christmas market trip. I went to Poland. I went to Budapest. I went to Prague to the Christmas market trips 2 years ago. And I got to tell you, it was amazing. Okay. They're the biggest Christmas markets in the world, are in Europe. And as you can see, these squares are just filled with all these food. You go and eat. Okay. You eat and shop. That's what it's all about. But here's the Winter Wonderland in Berlin. This is a dream break. It doesn't have a host. Very inexpensive. Let me scroll to the bottom here. You can see the pricing. A double is $289 a person. Okay. Right here is where you find how many dream trip points you can use. And so we are excited to finally, we've been working on this for a while, to give you the ability to click on a trip and now get the details. Coming in the future, you'll be able to completely book it on your own without customer service right on the website. So that'd be obviously in the next phase. That's a little bit down the line, but wanted to make sure you guys were able to see this. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go right over here to my PowerPoint. Just give me 1 second here as I share this with you. And I want to go to some of our new trips. And Micaiah, I just want to make sure if you can't see my slides, I can't see the chat. So just chat with me on text. And so here's what's awesome. This is a brand new trip, okay, that we are just launching today. Since Tammy and I have been at DreamTrips, we have not had a trip to Cape Town. We've had a lot of people ask us for this trip. So this is, Micaiah can't see anything. So that is good to know. I'm glad I asked you. And so just give me 1 second. Screen share. Hopefully you can see it now. And this is Cape Town, South Africa. We've actually heard from quite a few people. Why don't we have anything in South Africa? We want to go to Cape Town. I have never been to Cape Town, South Africa, but I have had people tell me this is a absolute must experience. And this is very reasonably priced too. This is 5 days for $609. And you can use 137 Dream Trip points on this trip, which is pretty awesome. And for most of you, by the time this trip is bookable, you're going to have those Dream Trip points. And so if you just look at a trip for two, you're $1,218 for two people, and you could take 137 off of that, right? So you're looking at $1,000 and change for two people. Okay. $1,000 and change for two people for 5 days. Okay. And this is a fully hosted Dream Trip. You got breakfast every day. You got 2 days hop on, hop off the sightseeing bus. You've got a wine tasting tour. You've got Table Mountain tour. And then there's a sunset champagne cruise and airport transfer. So I don't know how the heck we did it for this price. It's at the Hotel Stay Cape Town. I'm really shocked because as you can see, you're getting multiple excursions for a pretty crazy price. So put some 8s in the chat if this is the type of trip that you've been waiting for, because there are a lot of people. We do a lot of Europe trips. Obviously, that's where a lot of our members travel. It's where we sell the most trips right now. We've now obviously added some great trips to Mexico, which we've just obviously sold out of. And now we're popping in Jordan. We're popping in Cape Town, South Africa, and we're popping in the Christmas markets. And we'll be working on some Asia trips here pretty soon as well. So I'm very excited about this. Here's another one. I've already highlighted the Christmas market, but this is one in Budapest, Hungary. It's actually where Attila lives, who has just started off the call here today. This is another great trip. This is a great hotel, the Continental Hotel Budapest, 719, 4-day trip. This is breakfast every day. It's a full day city tour that includes lunch. This is a foodie trip. So we have a lot of different foodie trips we bring to the table. This one's strudel making, which is really cool. Okay, so you're going to go to a strudel making class, and it has a Christmas Eve gala dinner. So if you look at the dates of this is you going away for Christmas, and also you get a discount at the spa. $719 a person, 163 Dream Trip points. So it's $163. You can take off the total final price, whether you go double or single, right? So book by October 19th. These trips are actually very sought after. They're going to fill. So if this is a trip you're like, man, I've always wanted to get away for Christmas and experience this. I did this with Tammy, not over Christmas, but was about a week before Christmas, 2 years ago. And I've got to tell you, the Christmas market was off the charts. The food, incredible. Experiencing the culture, incredible. And I got to meet with Attila, and we went to the castle there in Budapest, and that was amazing. The castle is just absolutely beautiful as well. And so there's a lot of other things you could add to this trip through customer service and bolt on to the trip. Okay, so I want to let you guys know these are 2 new trips. We've launched more than 2. I just wanted to highlight 2, but this is a brand new announcement. Our Europe Greece trip is now sold out. We have about 130, maybe 140 people. They're going to be in Halkidiki, Greece. That trip is going to be epic. We've got a full day cruise to an island there in Greece. We've got a white party out in this beautiful area of the resort. We have our own private beach at that resort. It's all inclusive, and 130, 140 people are going to be heading there at the end of May. And this is the official announcement that trip is sold out. Okay. And so we are, like we talked about, every 4 months, we're going to be driving what we call a mega trip, where there are more leaders are going on these trips. We'll always have 30, 40, 50 other trips going on like we do right now, but we're going to highlight specific trips for those of you that are big travel community builders and want to drive your members to the bigger trips, right? Some people like the smaller trips, like Christmas market with 20 people, 30 people. These are the bigger mega trips. And our next trip, we're officially launching today, is Croatia for the European region. I have been on this trip. This is the Amadra Park Hotel Ivan. This place is incredible, okay? I love, love, love this place. I brought my son and my daughter along with my wife, Tammy, on this for my daughter's college graduation. My kids love this trip. I'm really going to brag about this trip because it's worth every penny. First of all, this is a 5-star hotel. It's on a 50-acre campus. It has 4 other hotels owned by the same family. It's a private family ownership. The food was off the charts. Okay. When I talk about a breakfast, for those of you that are Americans on here that haven't had a true European breakfast, I know we have a lot of Europeans. Europeans do breakfast right. Okay. This breakfast is like they cure their own meats. They cure their own cheeses. They got the prosciutto, the salami, 20 different types of cheeses. They got a bakery. They're baking their own bread, like 10, 15 different, maybe 20 different styles of bread. They've got a chef making the eggs to order, the omelets and eggs you've never seen in your life. But it's a true European breakfast. I call it more brunch because it's every kind of cold meat that you would expect. It's the cheeses, it's the olives, it's the feta cheeses, it's the kind of Greek type salads, fresh vegetables, and then everything you would expect for breakfast, like sausage and bacon and eggs and hash browns. But for us Americans, we eat bacon, eggs, and hash browns. That's what the Europeans do it right. And the coffee is off the charts, right? If you're a coffee drinker like I am, if you're a foodie, just put some 2s. Okay, put some 2s in the chat if you're a foodie. I travel to eat, okay? I'm not afraid to say it. And I'm just bragging about the breakfast, but everything at this resort was off the charts. And so let me talk about this trip. This is not some regular trip. This will be a mega trip. This is 5 days at the end of August. It's Šibenik, Croatia. Okay, we're going to have a welcome reception. It includes breakfast every day. We have a half-day tour to the Krka National Park. I'm going to show you a quick video of me at this park, but that's it in the background. It's one of the most amazing water-filled waterfall parks I've ever been to in my life. I've been all over the world. There must be 100 waterfalls in this park. It's really coming down from the Slovenian Alps through Croatia as the peaks of the mountain, the snow melts. It's just a constant flow of glacier type water through this park. It's just no videos or pictures going to do it justice. We're going to go to the In Vogue Beach Club, which is on the resort. This is an epic beach club. I've never seen a beach club like this. It's like right out of a music video, right? It's all done up in white and red velour. It's right on the seaside as part of the resort. It's got, it has all these like specific places that you take Instagram photos for people that are like into creating content. It's got these permanent beds built into the pool. They don't even float. They're built into the pool with these queen size beds that you just lay on in the pool. This place is sick. Okay, guys, we have an In Vogue Beach Club party with the DJ. We've got a white party. We've got a farewell dinner. There's 5 different beaches as part of this resort's multiple pools. This trip includes hotel transfer and it's about an hour ride to the hotel from the airport through the countryside, $909 a person. You can use $177 of DreamTrip points to offset the cost of this. Okay. So pretty awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share, and I hope my sound works. I'm really hoping that my sound works. And so I'm going to share with you real quick, just 2 videos. The first one is me at the park that we're going to go to. So check it out. All right, team, here we are. We are in Krakow here at the National Park in Croatia. I know we talked a little bit about taking you through the journey. So we started in Slovenia, went rafting, went on some great walks through nature. And we drove to Croatia. We're on the seaside, and we took a boat today up this waterway. It's been absolutely amazing. And as you can see in the background, just look at this place. Got a whole bunch of DreamTrippers with us here, heading over the bridge, and it's just an amazing time. The water is crystal clear, just absolutely beautiful. Hopefully you can hear the sound of that waterfall behind you. Just amazing. You got to get on a dream trip. Got to get out of your own country. You got to come to Europe, come to some of these other areas of the world, and learn history, see some of the other national treasures of other countries. Speaking to a lot of Americans, we tend to go to the Caribbean only. Just come out to Europe and just see some of the other side of the world. Awesome. And guys, the next thing I want to do is I want to show you just a quick video of the In Vogue Beach Club where we're going to have one of our parties with the DJ. right on the Mediterranean. So as you can see, pretty awesome stuff there. I'm going to go ahead and close out my screen. I'll come back on, put my video on, and just as you can see, this is an epic trip. I'm going to highly recommend. I know there's a lot of you that are, but interesting. We've told you guys, we've got a lot of travelers. We've got a lot of members joining and a lot of people that are buying our trips. And so what you're seeing is our trips are selling out. A lot of people wait to the last minute. If we say we launch a trip today and we say, hey, you can book it up until October, people will wait till October. Those days are gone. We sold out our Helsinki Greece trip and we literally have dozens of people now. They're like, oh, I waited. I want to book. I mean, we're legitimately sold out. We bought out almost the entire resort. There isn't a single room left at the entire resort. So this is our next Europe trip. So if you want to lock in your room on the next European trip, get on that trip, book it today and lock in your room. Okay. The next thing I want to announce is we've officially sold out our Playa del Carmen, Mexico trip. We have about 120 people, Playa del Carmen on that trip, private catamaran, 3 parties, all inclusive. The trip is incredible at the 5-star Azul 5s. Okay. And there are some upgraded rooms that may be available at the resort. I'm not even trying to promote it at this point because the resort is at 99% capacity. And so what I would recommend, if you're like one of those last minute people that I want to book it today, you can try to reach out to our customer service. There's no room selection. It's kind of, they got a penthouse, we'll get you a penthouse. If they got a 1-bedroom residence, but we're sold out of our room block. We sold out 3 room blocks back to back. So that one's we're officially taking it off the website. Maybe there's a couple of penthouses or 1-bedroom residences left. You can try to hit our customer service, but we'll be launching our next, what I call North American trip. I'm not going to let you know what that is here today. We're working on something very special, so stay tuned for that. But for those of you that are like, look, I don't want to not be in our every 4-month rhythm. Every 4 months, we're going to travel. We're going to have a North and South America trip. And we're going to have a European, Africa, Middle East trip. Those are the 2 main regions that we're building our 4-month mega trip rhythm to. And so don't sit on it. There's hundreds of people at this point now that really between Europe and the US that thought they could wait and book those trips last minute that are now like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so we just gave you our Croatia trip. Boom, it's on the books. And in the next couple of weeks, we'll bring our next North America, South America trip to the table too as well. So with that, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Micaiah, appreciate you as always. I want to throw this DTA back to you.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Mark. Incredible, very exciting stuff. Let's put some fire emojis in the chat for Mark and Tammy. Man,